What's up, guys? How y'all doing today? I don't have the tech search on, but we're still talking the NFL. And we're talking about something that I'm very, very passionate about because I've always liked Jadeveon Clowney from the time we drafted him. I liked him. I was watching the game where he made the hit, the hit I'm talking about. I was watching that bowl game. So ever since that moment, I've been on the Jadeveon Clowney bandwagon. And I'm trying to get you on the bandwagon today. We're going to go over his stats, and we're going to prove that sometimes a player's production goes beyond their stats, because there should be no reason why Jadeveon Clowney is sitting at his house waiting to be called by a team, regardless of the coronavirus, COVID-19, whatever. It don't matter. He still got signed with everyone else during that first wave of free agency. You know what I'm saying, man? But let's go ahead and get into it. So to his career so far, Jadeveon Clowney has 32 sacks, 172 tackles, 8 forced fumbles, 3 defensive touchdowns. His career high in sacks is 9.5 sacks, and he's only played one full season. That's Jadeveon Clowney by the numbers. First of all, I don't know what team doesn't want anybody who's produced 32 sacks on a defensive line. There's several teams with people on their defensive line that have nowhere near that number. And now, yes, I understand that Jadeveon Clowney has only played one full season, but in that full season, he produced his career high in sacks, which was 9.5. And I also did the math to see how many games he misses on average. He misses about 4 games a year. Let's look at Jadeveon Clowney on the field. I'm going to show you a few highlights. I'm going to show you a few of what Jadeveon Clowney does when he's on that field. And you tell me how you feel about that.
With a read option, play that pass, get to the 30. Roethlisberger under pressure, and that pass gets batted down to that second receiver. Second down and 5, and the screen pass is going to be picked off by Jadeveon Clowney, and he's going to run it in for the touchdown. And it's going to be Edwards. Second and 18. Garoppolo as the ball is out. And just a 3-man rush, and that's enough. Cook, design roll out to the right. He threw it up for grabs, and it's fielded by Clowney.
Done as the starter if this Wentz injury was more serious. Right now, full.
So you gonna tell me you don't want that on your defensive line? You don't want that playing linebacker for you. You don't want that on your team because you're worried about him missing 4 games. Honestly, there's a lot of teams in this league that don't need Jadeveon Clowney to play a full season. Now, while it's great to think that every player you're going to sign is going to play a full season, they're going to fully produce, but that's not reality. I would love for Will Fuller to play a full season for us. But the fact of the matter is, when we had DeAndre, we didn't need Will Fuller to play a full season. You know what I'm saying? This is the first year we've kind of been like, all right, Will, we need you to play a full season. You feel me? And I just feel like with Jadeveon Clowney, people are saying that they need him to play a full season. You don't need Jadeveon Clowney to play a full season. Because, look, man, if he misses his 4 games and you have a solid defensive line around him, that's fine. Like, my thing is, at this point in the process, we've been through most of free agency, we've been through the draft. If you're signing Jadeveon Clowney, you're not signing him to be your premier and only pass rusher, your only defensive lineman. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, if you don't have no other help on the defensive line, you're not calling Jadeveon Clowney. The teams that, to me, are looking at Jadeveon Clowney don't need him to play every game this season. It would be a luxury. It would be great. It would be fantastic to have Jadeveon Clowney for the entire season for these teams. But at the end of the day, ultimately, they don't need that. And I feel like that's the thing about Jadeveon. We're asking him to do something that he might not even necessarily have to do. Now, I understand last season he missed a lot of games, only had 3 sacks. Booger McFarland, I'm up and down about Booger McFarland, but he said Jadeveon Clowney isn't really a pass rusher. He's more of a run stopper. I can see the argument. I can see the point. To me, it doesn't matter if Jadeveon Clowney is a pass rusher or if he's a run stopper. He's disruptive. Those clips I showed you, disruption. He can get back, stop a run. He can get to the quarterback. He can jump up, bat balls down. He's everything you need him to be. I think what he was doing 2017 when he played his full season, being a linebacker and being on the defensive line, that's more where he belongs. Like, I feel in Seattle his hand was straight up in the dirt. for the entire season, and that's not his game. To me, he's too athletic for that. That's like telling Lamar Jackson, "Hey man, don't run, just pass." Now he's okay at passing, but running the ball is what takes him to that next step. I'm saying, putting Jadeveon Clowney in the dirt and saying, "Look, man, I know that you can come off the edge. I know you have these unique pass moves that you can get off from coming off the edge, and I know that you can do all these unique things, and you're really an anomaly. But I want your hand in the dirt, and I want you to beat this tackle, and I want you to beat these double teams consistently." That's not Jadeveon Clowney's game. We have to keep in mind that Jadeveon Clowney was playing with J.J. Watt, who got most of the attention, who got most of the double teams, who got... It's not that Jadeveon Clowney can't break up a double team, he can't get around people, but Seattle was his first time being by himself, if you get me. I don't think anyone else on the defensive line was anywhere near Jadeveon Clowney's level or anywhere near the level of the defensive line the Texans had when Jadeveon Clowney left. So I don't think he's a primary defensive lineman. I will say that. I will admit. I don't think Jadeveon Clowney is a primary defensive lineman. I don't think that you sign Jadeveon Clowney and be like, well, you're it. Anchor the defensive line. Go crazy. That's not what happens. You have somebody like a J.J. Watt, and you say, okay, Jadeveon, you can play in the dirt someplace. You can play standing up someplace. It's whatever you want to do. Just get to the pass rush, because everyone's attention is on JJ. And if they switch their attention to Jadeveon, JJ's there. So I feel that the teams that should be looking at Jadeveon are teams that already have somebody there, who have somebody who can get pressure and get back to the quarterback. And you just need a complement. You need somebody to take their attention away from. You need somebody who's super athletic, who can still make impacts on the game without getting to the quarterback. Or, I think that's Jadeveon Clowney's biggest thing. He's so talented. Like I say, he's an anomaly. He doesn't have to get to the quarterback to impact the game. He's just so big, so talented. And I really think he's a rare athlete. I think he's a rare talent. And I don't know what happened. I think really his rookie year, that injury just messed everything up. And then, like I said, the debate on whether he's a defensive lineman or a linebacker, land play in between both. I've picked out 5 teams that's assigned Jadeveon Clowney. Number 1 team being the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, like I said, like I've been saying, they already have a defensive line that's pretty good. They have Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham. They're going to get pressure. They're going to get back to the quarterback. Offensive lines are going to have to focus on Fletcher Cox, and Brandon Graham's going to get open. You throw Jadeveon Clowney into that mix, they're getting past every offensive line. I think it would really be great, and I think that would be great for him. That would be great for the organization. The linebacker situation is in a place where you don't need Jadeveon Clowney on that defensive line. Let him play linebacker. Let him come off the edge. And teams are focused in the middle, like, okay, let's not let Fletcher Cox get through. Jadeveon's coming off this side. Brandon Graham's coming off this side. I just feel the chaos and the just pure power and confusion that will create for the offensive lines would be great for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they don't need him to play a full season. Jadeveon Clowney can miss 4 games for the Philadelphia Eagles and would be just fine. Team number 2, the Tennessee Titans. Now, this is a situation where I feel like Jadeveon has to play more games. I don't think it's okay if he misses 4 games here. He will be back in the AFC South. He can get his revenge against Bill O'Brien and the Texans, because I'm pretty sure there's some kind of blood there, because if not, why haven't the Texans made a move? But that's a different video. We're not going to get into that right now. But with the loss of Jarrell Casey, you can plug Jadeveon Clowney in, and he's still going to get pressure. And I think Harold Landry is still a pretty good edge rusher. I know there are still pieces on that defensive line and in that linebacking core. But in that situation, you're asking Jadeveon to be your primary, your focus, to let everyone else percolate, do what they need to do. But, hey, Jadeveon is going to be the focus because he's Jadeveon Clowney, you know what I'm saying, man? But I definitely feel like they need him. That's like I said, they lost Jarrell Casey, and Jadeveon Clowney can definitely fill that hole, you know what I'm saying, man? And I do feel like this is a situation where if he misses 4 games, you feel it a bit more. I'm not saying you're gonna lose those 4 games. Next team I have this time, Jadeveon Clowney, the Baltimore Ravens. Now it don't matter if he missed 5 games, 4 games, 6 games, 7 games. Jadeveon Clowney can probably miss 8 games on the Baltimore Ravens and be just fine because they still have Matthew Judon and they just got Calais Campbell. Those are the people that offensive lines are going to be worried about. Judon and Calais Campbell. You can probably hide Jadeveon Clowney on that defensive line or coming off the edge. And teams would not know what to do. They would not know what hit him. And it would be so beneficial for the Ravens. Especially after what Derrick Henry did to them. If you want to go with the idea that Jadeveon Clowney is a run stopper, and you look at what Derrick Henry did to the Ravens in the playoffs, why have the Ravens not called Jadeveon Clowney? You get what I'm saying, man? Like, if you're worried about him playing the full season, Baltimore, you don't need him to play the full season. Let's be honest. You don't need him to play the full season. Alright, you need him to play a couple key games, get to the quarterback, stop at the run, be ready by playoffs. That's what you need from Jadeveon Clowney if you're the Baltimore Ravens. And I just think that would benefit the organization so much. That would benefit him so much. And I think that's the makings of we're making a Super Bowl run for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, team number 4, the New Orleans Saints. I know you're thinking, why the Saints? Why the Saints? Why the Saints? Put Jadeveon Clowney on the other side of Cam Jordan because I know the Saints still have questions about Marcus Davenport. I have questions about Marcus Davenport. Where's Marcus Davenport? You don't know yet. So, bring in Jadeveon Clowney, bring in a little competition. And if Davenport steps up and says, nah, man, I'm this dude. Y'all can't move on from me. Cool, that's perfectly fine. We'll put Jadeveon Clowney in the linebacking core. We'll move Anzalone in the middle. And you know what I'm saying, man? We'll make it work. We'll make it percolate. That's another situation where you're moving yourself to be in a position to win the Super Bowl, especially with this current state of the Saints. The last and final team I have is the Seattle Seahawks, re-signing Jadeveon Clowney just because they know his body, because the trainers know him. He's been there a year. He can only get better. I know they've signed other people to kind of fill in the pieces, but you have 3 or 4 people trying to fill in what he can do. So you can keep those 3 or 4 people and get him back. And I think that just overall makes the defensive line a better defensive line situation. So those are the top 5 spots I have for Jadeveon Clowney. I believe wholeheartedly he will be on an NFL team by the end of the NFL season. I think he should really probably be on a team before the start of the season, but with coronavirus and teams being scared because he might miss 4 games or he might play a full season, you never know. And honestly, at this point, if you have a stacked defensive line, you're being greedy asking him to play the full season. Pay him his 1-year prove-it deal and keep it moving. Let him help you win games. Let him build his stock so next year he's not in this situation. And honestly, I still pay him $20 a year, maybe like 3 or 4 years. But that's just me because I love Jadeveon Clowney. And you still love Jadeveon Clowney too. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit like this video, share this video, comment on the videos. Drop the comments. Let me know how you feel about Jadeveon or if I'm tripping or, just let me know how you feel about Jadeveon. Y'all stay icy, wash your hands, be safe. God above all else, dexterity is.